So why are so many people selling their homes in the DC area right now? Turns out it's not just the market, it's their job, or more accurately, losing their job. In today's video, we're breaking down how federal workforce layoffs, yes, including that 8-month buyout from the Trump administration, how they're quietly shaking up the housing market in the greater Washington, D.C. region. We'll look at who's selling, why it's happening now, and what it could mean for prices heading into the fall market. Let's get into today's video. This spring, nearly 40% of agents across the Washington, D.C. metro area, they have reported working with at least a buyer or a seller who are affected by federal workforce layoffs or budget cuts. These aren't isolated cases. This is a pattern. So back in February, the federal government offered a major buyout up to 8 months of salary and benefits to employees who were willing to resign. According to the Office of Personnel Management, around 75,000 federal workers accepted that offer. That's a huge number of households reevaluating their finances, timelines, and for many, their zip code. Here's where it gets interesting. In the DC region alone, 15% of spring sellers cited retirement as their reason for moving, compared to just 10% in the broader Bright MLS service area. So that suggests this federal buyout likely nudged older, higher income workers, many of whom own their homes outright, to cash out and relocate. And while younger families affected by layoffs were less likely to list in spring, that could change as we move deeper into the summer months, especially now that the school's year wrapped and buyout payment starts to run dry. So expect a potential second wave of listings in the months ahead. More inventory usually softens prices, and we're starting to see some signs of that. In Montgomery County, the median list price is down 10.6% from last week, even though it's still up 2.2% year over year. In Washington, D.C. proper, new listings fell a massive 36.9% from the previous week, while median list price dropped nearly 18% compared to just 7 days ago. Fairfax, Arlington, Alexandria, same trend. More sellers, falling prices, and rising days on market. In total, 38% of agents in the DC region says that federal layoffs and budget cuts are causing home prices to decline in their local market. Let me set it straight though. We're not in a full correction territory, but we are seeing signs of softening. So while some laid off workers have been called back and no new cuts have been announced yet, this isn't over. Expect more movement from DOGE impacted households over the summer months, especially families who were waiting for the spring year to end. And as more inventory hits, we can see price growth flatten or even reverse in some areas this fall. So whether you're buying or selling, it is crucial to understand how these broader economic changes could impact your move. If you've been watching the market and wondering what's behind all this activity, now you know. Federal layoffs aren't just a headline. They're playing out in real time across our neighborhoods. So if you're thinking about buying or selling in this shifting landscape, or you just want to stay ahead of the local housing trends, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button so more folks can find this information. And if you want to dive deeper, I've linked the full DOGE impact report and this week's market update in the description below. So stay sharp, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.